Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I am super excited to be coming to you at the midway point of our Spook Your Spring Make-Along here on my channel. So if you have not seen the first video introducing this year's Spook Your Spring Make-Along, I will leave that in the iCard. Every year I host the Spook Your Spring Make-Along, or at least like the last 4 or 5 years. This is our opportunity for Halloween in May, just like others have Christmas in July. So there are multiple different ways to enter this make along. You can enter through the Ravelry group, the Facebook group, emailing me, or sending me a DM of your finished object. It needs to be less than 20% or 25% started before May 1st. 75% must be completed in the month of May at least. These are for finished projects only. So I am so excited to be sharing with you guys. The projects are already coming in. We have some FOs. They are amazing. Again, no surprise. We know this is always an amazing time of year. Everybody always really cranks it out. So I am so excited to be sharing with you all the makes. Before we get to your makes, let's check in on my progress. So I still have not started spinning the wool that I set aside. However, I have started a pair of socks with the Haunted House Freckled Whimsy. I'm not particularly far along, but I have 8 rows until I turn the heels or make the heels turn the heels. And then I can take these anywhere I want to go with them, walking and stuff until I get to the toes. So these should actually make fairly fast progress. These are a heel tab shorty sock. So not much to the leg there, and they are top down. And I started my Sweet Dreams cardigan, and this is almost done. So I have 5 rows on the collar, and I need like 12. So I'm almost halfway done with the collar, and I need to put the cuffs on the sleeve. So this is my Freddy Krueger inspired cardigan. And I did make a number of choices not listed in the pattern. So the pattern is a very basic pattern using how wide you want the back of your sweater to be to kind of build a sweater. She offers one form of whole design, which is this one right here. If I can get my hand under there to this one right here. And that was a little too symmetrical for me. So I did kind of go off and create my own tears across the sweater. I also am changing the collar. I tapered the sleeves. I use different ways, a different way to join the collar than what was recommended. We will have a tutorial for that coming up soon. Yeah, so I would say at this point, this sweater is more inspired by the pattern that I shared than actually following the pattern. Just because of the way I made changes to this, it actually completely changed the silhouette and everything else. But this is inspired, and I do recommend using that pattern as a framework to design your own cardigan. For me, I did this as the try it on 2,000 times method to make sure I'm getting like the taper in the sleeves right and stuff like that. So set aside some quality time every time you pick this up if you decide to make one, so you can taper it and fit it how you want it to fit your body. But yeah, loving that so far. And I did, I think, finally decide on what my cards are going to be made out of. I'm a little annoyed I haven't had time to come up here and work on any cards yet, but I did decide on this Moonlit Manor collection. I think I have some ephemera for this in my closet, but I have both of these paper pads. These are Michael's Recollection pads from 2018. So these have been in my stash for a good 8 years. I don't think I have any of the washi tape. If I did, I'm not sure if it would still have a ton of stick left to it. So I might need to order some kind of Victorian-y purple and gold and silver Halloween-y type washi tape to do the you know, decorating the envelopes and things like that. But I am very excited to be using these. I wasn't feeling the super cute themes this year, and my more spookery type things just weren't quite hitting for some reason. Eventually, I finished using the Dead and Breakfast collection. I used a lot of that when I was making notebooks last year, covered notebooks. This one in particular has a lot of things that won't be useful for cards. Like that page, obviously. I think I might be able to use the x-rays for something else, or they might just get put in my Halloween box for another project. I can probably use a lot of that on a card. But yeah, it's a little bit different than what I would normally do. I'll definitely have to come up with a ton of my own sentiments for this one, which means the cards probably won't be done until probably September, done, but I can at least have 90% of the card put together by the end of the make-along. So that, well, not by the end of the make-along, but, you know, whenever I'm done making them, they'll be 90% done. Anyway, so that is what I have been working on. I do have one other pair of socks set aside, and I do have some fleece I want to spin. So I have a little bit of fleece left to go on the aqua that I've been spinning on my kiwi. So I need to get that off and then get on with the Halloween fleeces. So let's check in with everybody else and see what progress they're making this month. Again, my creepy besties, thank you so much for participating in this year's Spook Your Spring Make-Along. I cannot wait to see what else comes across our path. If you want to just follow along, once again, we have a Ravelry group. We're a little bit slower over there. I just started the Ravelry group with the Year of the Make-Alongs. We do have a Facebook group. We're a little bit more active over there. So I can't wait to see what you guys make. I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.